Good morning, folks. It's Stacy at Rose of Sharon Homestead. Yet another gloomy day today. Not even Otis and Betsy here want to get up and start the day. Well, Ruby and I, the Homestead Adventure Kit, are going to take you on a little adventure today. Share about homeschooling, share about some different challenges and things we're doing on the homestead here. And we hope you enjoy this little film. I know Otis is terribly excited to start the day here and make this little video for you guys. Right, Otis? Right, Otis? Easy. Okay, Mom's gonna have to do that. That's too heavy. Make sure you get it in one pile. Don't spread it out like that. There you go. Keep it away from their water. We'll be making these guys a feeder, won't we, Ruby? Hey, Ruby. Mr. Barn Cat wants some food, too. Oh, look at Mr. and Mrs. up there are waiting as well. Betsy, be nice. And here comes another one. Ruby, come over here. Tell the kids. Go over there by the cats. What is the most important thing to have on your farm to keep rodents at bay? Cats, cats, cats. We don't do poison, do we? No. Why? Because if if a mouse eats poison and another animal eats it, they can die, can't they? So, best to have some good old farm cats, right? Otis. Otis, you're not a cow. That's Ruby's treat for her cow to get training her. Otis, you're not a cow. Betsy, you're not a cow. Ruby, put your dogs in order. All right, guys, ready to go in the house? Otis, ready to go in the house? Otis, go say, go in the house. What you doing here, Ruby Grace?
I'm making a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich for breakfast, huh?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to do what looks and tastes like the best, right?
Yeah.
Tell the folks what kind of jam this is.
That is, orange jam.
It's orange marmalade, right?
Yeah.
Mama made that, didn't she?
Yes.
Got some oranges, some really good quality organic oranges. And we made some jam. Sometimes it's fun to do a jam that we may not grow the oranges, but it's just fun, right?
Yes.
All right, well, I hope you enjoy that sandwich, Sweet Pea. Sweet as pea. That sandwich so good and it's almost gone, isn't it? First, we gotta always feed the animals, don't we? Water the animals before we eat, right? Then we get to eat. That's just the way it is on the homestead. Animals first, isn't it? All right, you finish that up and then we're gonna start homeschooling, okay? Hey, Sweet Pea. We are here doing some homeschool stuff, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell the grown-ups and the kids on your page and mine why you like homeschooling?
It's fun.
It's fun?
Yeah.
What do you like? What classes do you like the most? Or subjects, I should say.
I like history.
Honey, you got move your hand from your mouth, okay? Oh. You like what?
History.
History, and what else?
Handwriting book.
Oh, you're learning cursive, aren't you? I like that. You like science too, right?
Yeah.
Because we have to do a lot with science on the homestead and farming and science with seeds and growing, right? Mm-hmm. But history's fun because it's more of in the story form for you, isn't it? And so tell me this. Why don't you show the folks your curriculum here? What you got going on here? This is spelling.
So this is all my words for this week.
All right. What are the words, honey?
Quilt. Quilt is something that you put on a bed.
Yeah.
For decoration. Quench. Quench means you're quenched for a thirst.
That's right. That's right.
And quarrel means fight.
A fight, yeah.
And quickly.
Quickly.
Yep, that means you're like walking quickly.
Actually, that's not quickly. Read that again. Quality. Quality. So what does quality mean?
Means like a nice fan.
A nice or something?
Yeah.
Then yes. So Ruby, tell me this. We're going to do the spelling here, and we're going to write all these words down and do your workbook. And at the end of the week, you'll have a test. And then what are we going to do after this? Are we going to read some of your science or history? What you want to do next? History? Okay, and then we always do math last, don't we? Yeah. Daddy helps with math. So that's kind of the nice thing about homeschooling, isn't it, Sweet Pea? Is you can make your own schedule, right? You have to look over here. This is where the camera is. You can do your own schedule, right? Mm-hmm. You can decide what subjects you want to do first and what subjects you want to do last. You can take a day off because when you do school year-round, because you do it year-round, don't you?
Yes.
So sometimes we'll take 2 or 3 days off. And the world is our classroom, right?
Yeah.
We go to the Mead Park or the Mead Wildlife Refuge, don't we?
Yes.
We do a lot down there. We'll go to a cheese factory. We'll go to dairy farms. We go to the local college.
Jackie.
Yep, Farmer Jackie's.
We go to her.
We go to the observation center over at UWSP and look at the stars.
Yeah.
In the Natural Science Museum. Lots of things, right?
Yes.
Tell the folks where you're going to be going this summer. Heritage Hill in Green Bay.
Where's that?
In Green Bay. You didn't know?
No.
Yeah, well, there's a surprise. You get to dress up in historical attire like prairie dresses. Learn how to make butter like they used to in the olden days with a churn. That's right up your alley because that's history, isn't it? And I think the reason you like history so much is because we like to live sustainable, don't we?
Yeah.
We kind of live a lot like they did back then, except we got electricity, right?
Yes.
If it were up to your mama, we'd get rid of the electricity, though, wouldn't we? That's right. All right. Onward and forward, guys.
Hey, folks, I want to talk to you about this book here.
That book?
Yes.
What's so special about that book?
My daddy reads it every night, and it's a really good book. It's a true story.
Okay, what's the name of it?
Living a Country Year
Living
by
a-
Jerry Apps.
By Jerry Apps. Where does the story take place, Sweet Pea? In Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, in Wisconsin.
In Wisconsin, actually right around Plainfield, right?
Yeah,
Which is only 45 minutes from here.
yeah.
And it takes place in the 1930s, right?
Yeah.
He talks about farming with horses, and he talks about harvest and seeding times. And it's a real fun book, isn't it?
And there's recipes in this book.
There's
too.
recipes in that book, too.
Yes.
And folks, that is Living a Country Year with Wisdom from the Good Old Days. Oop, move your fingers. By Jerry Apps. And Sweet Pea, Jerry Apps has got a few books, doesn't he? We've read one other one before, and it was about his life growing up, and it's really good.
Yeah.
Just a historical narrative, right?
Yeah. And you can get these books anywhere.
You can get them at the library, can't
Yeah,
you?
you can get
We
them.
ordered that one, but we're going to just get them because we feel it's something we want in our library, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, that's Living a Country Year with Wisdom from the Good Old Days by Jerry Apps. Ruby highly suggests this book.
Yes.
Is it Ruby approved?
Yes.
100%?
Yes.
Indeed. Hey, Ruby, got a question for you.
What?
What do you say to all those kids that think you're like the weird homeschool kid?
I don't know. It's actually really, well, I think that homeschooling is really, really fun.
Yeah, and you're not weird, are you?
No.
There's always this bad connotation people have with homeschool kids that they're weird and they don't get exposed to other kids.
Yeah.
But where do you go every week?
I go to the library has with kids they have homeschooling
robotics club
Yep.
and homeschool groups, right? So you get lots of kids socialization at the library. You get kids socialization through our home fellowship group when we meet with other Christians, right?
Yes.
Other believers. What do you say to the kids that think, oh, that's just boring?
Well, it's actually fun.
Why is it fun, Sweet Pea?
Because you get to do more stuff and you get to plan out your schedule so you can do more fun things.
You do more fun things because the world is your classroom, right?
Yes.
And you don't just read. Like, this is her favorite book, guys. This is history. What are you learning about in history?
I am learning about, well, the last one was about a little girl and her doll.
But you're learning about the pioneers of America.
Yes.
The original founding
Yes.
groups of the Americas, right?
Yes.
And that kind of stuff is fun for you.
Yes.
Yeah. And then what do I do as a mama? Like, sometimes if you learn about history, about how they made kayaks, like the Native Americans made kayaks, we'll make a kayak, won't we?
Yes.
Or we'll make a teepee when you learn about teepees. Or we'll make some sort of historical implement or tool for the homestead, and we'll use it on the farm, on the homestead, won't we?
Yes.
So history is really a living thing for you, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. You like it, and it gives us more free time to go and do the things that you love, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So you're not a weird homeschool kid, are
No.
you? You're just a normal kid,
Yep.
right? Yep. Anything else you have to say about that?
I think regular school is boring.
Yeah. You think regular school is the public school is boring.
Yeah.
You were in public school, weren't you?
Yes.
What problems did you have in public school?
Well, problems that I had was nobody played with me.
Nobody played with you.
Nobody played with me.
You were
the-
teased a lot,
yeah.
weren't you?
And the teachers were making me do high school math.
Nobody played with you. You were bullied a lot.
Yep.
Literally came home with bruises every day, didn't you?
Yep.
And with the curriculum that they have now, right?
Yes.
The Common Core Math, it was absolutely ridiculous, wasn't it?
Yes.
So you were having a hard time understanding what even your parents couldn't understand because it's a new math that is absolutely
Yes.
stupid, right? And they wanted to put you in a learning disability class, didn't they?
Yes.
When you had no problem. You're not a
Right.
slow kid, are you?
And then when they wanted me in that class, the other kids were like playing and everything.
And wouldn't play with you there.
Yeah.
So they would segregate you from the other. So the other kids would get to go outside for recess, and Ruby
Yes.
would have to be segregated to do more work while the other kids played because she couldn't understand the math that they were doing. But Ruby, did you know that those teachers had to go back to school to learn that math? They didn't even know how to do that new math.
Yes.
And parents don't know how to do the Common Core new math. And so kids are really falling behind in math. And we decided, since we homeschooled Sissy, right? Rihanna, her older sister, and she turned out she's a blessing, isn't she, Ruby?
Yes.
She's a wonderful young lady, that we were going to keep you from those heartaches, right? And we not shelter you, but we were going to protect you from being bullied, right?
Yes.
That's right. And you're going to turn out just fine, aren't you?
Yes.
You're a kind, loving, strong young lady, right?
Mm-hmm.
That loves her life. Homeschool kids love their life, don't they?
Yeah.
Everybody we know anyways, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I, as Ruby's parent, want to encourage you, any parents out there that say, well, I'm just not qualified to homeschool my kid. I'm not educated enough to homeschool my kid. I will do my child a disservice if I do that. That's not true, is it, Ruby?
No.
All the curriculums are designed so that parents can walk through this with their children and teach very confidently, right, Ruby?
Yes. And then some homeschool books out there, curriculums.
Yeah.
You can do online.
Yeah, you're right. There's different types of curriculum. There's online curriculum, there's book curriculum. You can make your own curriculum.
Yes.
There are dozens of different types of curriculum, right?
Yes.
And sometimes it takes a couple months to match the right curriculum with the child and the way they learn. But once they do, Ruby, you thrive, like you, right?
Yes.
It took us about 2 months to find what worked for you, right?
Yes.
And now you're excelling above where even the kids in public school are. You're the friends that you still know, right? That's right. So, anything else we have to say? I think we're going to wrap up this video.
No. I'm good.
Yeah, good. All right. And this is
Ruby the Homestead Adventure Kid.
and her mama Stacy at Rose of Sharon Homestead saying, get out there,
Get your hands dirty.
get growing,
Get sustainable.
get raising,
Get raising.
and
get
sustainable. God bless you, folks.